Masters, Professor Yu, and all my distinguished guests, welcome to join us tonight. I would like to express gratitude on behalf of Dharma Master Zheng Yan for our Zen Master Tina Han and Professor Yu can join us tonight and visit Tzu Chi as being second times. I believe it's about more than 10 years ago when you visit Hualien to see Master Zheng Yan. It's a very good occasion for both Grandmaster can exchange their feeling on the engaged Buddhism or prior Buddhism. Very unfortunately, Master Zheng Yan cannot come over today, and she would like to express her deeply gratitude for your coming and visiting. And also, I have to thank you, Professor Yu, by your introducing so that we have a chance to listen to the teaching of Zen Masters. And I believe this is a very special occasion, and we all share with the same value and same concepts of engaged Buddhism or applied Buddhism. Tzu Chi has been devoted to the society, to reform the society for more than 45 years. In 1966, when Master Zheng Yan established Tzu Chi Foundation, it's about the same moment our Zen Master initiated the idea of engaged Buddhism. It has been worldwide known, the concept of new religious movement, a new concept of Buddhism movement. So I believe that Zen Master share with the same ideal of Dharma Master Zheng Yan. And also, according to Professor Yu shared with me, that the Zen Master also learned some concept from Taishu masters. And he was a very important initiator for the earthly Buddhism back to 1930, when China still in great chaos. So I think we live in a very chaotic world, so that we can learn from the chaos, and through our devotion to purify our mind. I believe this is also the teaching of Zen Masters. So the first issue I would like to raise to Master's teaching will be on what occasion and causes that back to 1960s, when the world is still in very, very chaotic, very split from the West and the East, how you come up with the idea of engaged Buddhism. And when you met with the Master Zheng Yan, how you feel the engaged Buddhism in Taiwan. That's the first question I'd like to have a Zen Master to teach us.
Many people in the West think of engaged Buddhism as socially engaged Buddhism. I don't have the same kind of thinking. Engaged Buddhism is a kind of Buddhism that is there with you 24 hours a day. Whether you are alone or whether you are with your partner, your family, with your co-workers. So that will clear some misunderstanding. Engaged Buddhism is not the kind of Buddhism that is practiced in temples. It must be practiced 24 hours a day. Everything you do mindfully. You nourish mindfulness, concentration, and you have insight with you, so that what you do will not cause suffering to you and to other people. And suppose you go from your office to the parking lot. It may take 5 minutes. Buddhism should be there with you while you walk. You practice mindful walking. You do not think of the past, of the future. You are not caught by your anger, your fear. You know how to breathe and to walk in such a way that every step can become nourishing and healing to you. And you release the tension in your body and your feelings by each step. So that is engaged Buddhism. When you drive your car, Buddhism should be there. You are not absorbed in your thinking. You are aware that you are driving the car. You drive mindfully. And you know that you are driving You may follow your in-breath and out-breath to be fully present in the here and the now. And in that way you can avoid accident and you can get the nourishing and healing elements to you also. When you brush your teeth, Buddhism should be there. You may have only 2 minutes in order to brush your teeth. You don't try to do it quickly in order to finish with it. But you brush your teeth in such a way that make a freedom and happiness and joy possible during the time of toothbrushing. You release your tension. You smile. You are aware that to have the time to still have teeth in order to brush, to have the toothpaste, to have the water there. The water is not cut. So if you are aware of what is there with you, happiness can come, and brushing your teeth can be a joy. And Buddhism is there with you when you brush your teeth. When you have a difficulty with your son, your daughter, or your partner, Buddhism should be there in order to help you how to listen to the suffering in yourself, how to listen to the suffering in the other person, so that you have enough insight, because the understanding of suffering is something that can bring insight. The first noble truth is dukkha, suffering. The second noble truth is understanding suffering. Understanding suffering can bring relief, and you feel light. You can see you can see the suffering of the other person. And when you understand the suffering of the other person, you don't want to punish him or her anymore. You try to help him or her. And you can use the kind of speech that we call a loving speech, advised by the Buddha, one of the 8 noble elements of the 8 noble path, loving speech, right speech, in order to restore communication with him or her. So the practice of listening to the suffering in you and in him, in her, and the practice of using loving speech in order to and deep listening in order to help him or her to speak out and to suffer less. That is the kind of practice that you need in order to help restore communication and bring about reconciliation. And Buddhism must be there, and that is engaged Buddhism.
This is a very wonderful teaching, and according to Zen Master teaching, I also recall that Dharma Master Zheng always emphasized apply Buddhism teaching to daily life. And also, she believed that every location, every place is a temple. This exercise temple, hospital is temple, our home is temple, our spirit is our temple. So the Buddha teaching never leave our life. You have to mail into our life. Day to day, we'll live with the Buddha. And according to your teaching, is a compassion listening. And my second question would be, how people learn from Buddha? What is the basic Buddhism philosophy that can teach to all the people and that also contribute to the whole world? We know that we have lived with the Buddha every day, every moment. But what is the basic concept for the Buddhism?
The core of the Buddhist teaching is to practice in such a way that you get the insight, right view. If you are able to produce a thought of compassion and understanding, that thought will right away help heal your body and your mind and help heal the world. If you produce a thought of hate and despair, that will destroy your health, that destroy the world. And you can also practice right speech. What you say can be full of compassion, forgiveness, and inspiring. And also the practice of loving speech, right speech, can help you heal and help heal the world, reconcile. And also right action. With your body, you can do something to support, to save, to protect, to defend. Not only humans, but also other animals and vegetables and minerals. You protect the earth. You protect all living beings. And that is the love of the Buddha, not only addressed to human beings, but also to other living beings, including minerals and vegetables. Everything comes from the practice of mindfulness. And if you know how to practice mindfulness, you can you can bring about the energy of concentration. And mindfulness together with concentration can bring about right view or insight. And right mindfulness can be applied in every moment of your daily life. Suppose when you breathe, you might like to practice mindful breathing. Breathing in, you know that you are breathing in. And breathing out, you know that you are breathing out. And when you practice that simple exercise, you bring your mind back to your body. You need only one mindful in-breath in order to bring your mind back to your body. It needs only 2 seconds or 3. And you are there, mind and body together in the here and the now. And you can touch the wonders of life that are in you and around you for your nourishment and healing. That is the first exercise proposed by the Buddha on the Sutra on mindful breathing. And every one of us, Buddhist or non-Buddhist, can practice easily if we know how important that practice is. When you love someone, what kind of gift you want to make to him or her? What is the most precious gift? It's not money. Because there are people who bring home a lot of money, but people in a family, they are not happy. Because you are so busy, you have no time for yourself. You have no time for your beloved one. So money does not mean much. So in this case, the Buddhist teaching of mindfulness say that what you have to offer your beloved one is your presence. Your pleasant, peaceful, and loving presence. And that can be obtained by the practice of mindful breathing. With one in-breath alone, you can bring your mind home to your body. You might release the tension in your body. You become more peaceful. And releasing the tension in your body, releasing the pain in your body is the object of the third and fourth exercise of mindful breathing recommended by the Buddha. Breathing in, I'm aware of my body. Breathing out, I smile and recognize the presence of my body. That is to bring mind back to body. The fourth exercise, breathing in, I release the tension and reduce the pain in my body. These exercises are engaged Buddhism. And you can practice while sitting on the bus, when driving your car. You can bring your mind home to take care of your body. You release the tension and reduce the pain in your body. And if you know that how to do that, you become more relaxed, more peaceful, more pleasant. And when you are like that, you go to your beloved one and you say, darling, you know something? I'm here for you. I offer you my presence. And how can you love unless you are there? So to produce your presence in order to offer to your beloved one is the practice of mindfulness. And everyone can do it. Even if your beloved one is in the office, you can practice that also. You can call him, and before calling him, you have to practice mindful breathing to release the tension first, so that your voice will be sweet and pleasant. And then you say, Hello, darling. You know something? I'm here for you. That is a mantra that can have an effect right away. And we know how to release the tension and reduce the pain in our body, because medicines are not enough to heal. If you allow your body to relax, and that is a exercise proposed by the Buddha. If with the relaxation, the sickness in your body can go away more quickly, and the relaxation, the practice of relaxation, allow the healing to take place more quickly. And then the fifth exercise of mindful breathing is to bring about a feeling of joy to you and to your beloved one. Breathing in, I bring in a moment of joy, a feeling of joy to myself and to my beloved one. And this is possible. When you breathe in mindfully, you bring your mind back to your body and you recognize that you are very lucky. You are still in good health and your family is still intact. That she or he is still alive with you, and you recognize the conditions of happiness that are already there. And if you know how to recognize the conditions of happiness that are available in the here and the now, you can be happy right away. Many people who are very rich, who have a lot of power, they are not happy because they are not aware that they have more than enough conditions to be happy in the here and the now. So the fifth exercise is to go home to the here and the now and recognize that you are lucky, you are still alive, and the person you love is still alive, and that is enough for you to be happy. And you can help remind your beloved one that both of you have more than enough conditions to be happy. So to generate a feeling of happiness, a feeling of joy is possible with every practitioner. You don't need to be rich in order to do so. In the Buddhist practice, we know that happiness depends more on our inside, mental condition, than on conditions outside. And that is why for a Buddhist practitioner, to generate a moment of happiness, to generate a moment of joy is possible at any moment. You can make this present moment a moment of happiness. I still remember two things. The first thing I remember is that Thai addressed the real issues of our time. The second thing, that is engaged Buddhism. The second thing is that he said that Buddhist psychology may be a wonderful door to bring Buddhism to share with the West. And I have listened to him. I have used Buddhist psychology as a door to penetrate into the Western culture. And we have organized many retreats for psychotherapists, psychologists, and so on. And they have learned a lot from the Buddhist teaching on the mind. Transformation at the base is possible. And I think we can offer Buddhism, we can offer a lot of contribution to the understanding of our mind. Buddhism can support neuroscience. And we have also organized retreat for neuroscientists and other scientists. And we see that Buddhism has a lot to offer to our modern society. And that is not a doctrine, a theory, but applied Buddhism. Because the scientists, they need the practice of Buddhism in order to release the tension in their body, to have better concentration and mindfulness, so that they can discover more things in the realm of science. And that is why we can answer to your question that the practice of mindfulness can be shared with non-Buddhists and in every realm, in the field of medicine, in the field of law, in the field of psychotherapy, and so on. And mindfulness, if practiced deeply, will bring concentration. And strong, powerful concentration can help us to have a breakthrough, and we have that kind of insight that can liberate us from suffering, from afflictions. So the core Buddhist practice is mindfulness, concentration, and insight, smriti, samadhi, prajna, and on that base, the practice of other part of the Eight Noble Truths become possible. With mindfulness, we produce concentration and insight, and with insight, we can easily practice right thinking, right speech, right action, right livelihood, and transform our world and transform our suffering.
Thank you, Master, to share with us the core concept is mindfulness. It's bring you to be concentration on everything, and that's a good teaching for Buddhists and a non-Buddhist. Master Cheng Yen say, when you open the door, you might have to on your hand. When you walk, you might have to on your feet. And when you speak, you might have to on your mouth. That's very important to be mindfulness. And yeah, of course, that the modernity of Buddhism is a very important issue nowadays, because Buddhism in the past maybe very limited in the temple, but now we try to apply our philosophy of Buddhism to every area and to every aspect that can, beneficiary by the Buddhism teaching, especially for psychotherapists or neuroscience or everything. It's also what Tzu doing, the charity, medicine, education, everywhere. And also, I would like to express our deepest gratitude for Thai's appearance here, and also for Professor who joined us. It was such a wonderful night, such a wonderful spiritual encountering for this special occasion. Thank you.
银河繁星点点，四时昼夜循环，法性天地人间，春冬寒林多样，同生同息同眠，缘起缘灭无常。